What started as a simple complaint against Copart has now become something a lot more serious. So today I decided to sit down, organize everything properly and prepare for what comes next.
I'm not a solicitor and I'm not pretending I know everything. But over the last few weeks I've been going through consumer laws, court procedures and auction terms. And honestly, some things don't really add up.
And just to make this clear, my issue isn't that this was a salvage auction. I fully understand auction risk. My issue is whether major damage was properly represented. You see, when I bought this car, none of this was visible in the listing. No proper indication of the level of damage underneath, and the car even drove after collection before losing all of its oil. That's the part that changed everything, to be honest.
And if you really enjoy rebuilds, behind the scene projects and court battles, subscribe now. Because once this case is finally over, this channel goes back into full rebuild mode.
So instead of getting distracted by everything online, I started focusing on what actually matters in court.
Things like hidden damage, reasonable buyer expectation and whether important damage was properly represented.
Because my argument was never that I expected a perfect car. That would be ridiculous. The real issue is whether major non-visible damage materially changed what was actually being sold. And the more I started looking into everything, the more I realized this is the part a lot of people completely missed. Because if I had seen the full extent of this damage beforehand, would I still have bid the same amount? Honestly, probably not.
And maybe I lose this case, I genuinely don't know. But I want to be fully prepared before mediation, because to stop anything now, I have come too far. So it'll be waste of all my time just to give up this case. And I know for a fact that I might even have a tiny bit of chance. So even if I have a 0.001% of fighting chance against Copart, I'm not gonna give up. I will fight back.
The more I looked into this, the more I realized this isn't just about one damaged car. It's about whether buyers are given a fair representation of what they are actually bidding on. Because there's a big difference between auction risk and completely non-visible damage. And that difference matters. Because honestly, put yourself in my position for a second. If you are bidding on a car and full extent of major damage wasn't clearly visible beforehand, would you still bid the same amount? That's the question I keep coming back to.
A lot of people instantly say, it's salvage, what do you expect? It is true, but I'm not expecting a perfect car when I buy from a salvage auction. All I'm expecting is transparency, wouldn't you? A lot of people are missing this point. It's ridiculous to say when you buy a car from auction or salvage auction, you can expect anything, because just because it's a salvage auction, it doesn't mean that they can hide anything before the auction or before the sale is done.
And honestly, the deeper I get into this case, the more pressure I feel, because now this isn't just YouTube anymore. This is actual mediation, actual court preparation, and actual legal arguments. And I think that's the part people don't really see behind these videos. Because when I first made that complaint, I genuinely thought this would stay simple. A few emails, maybe disagreements, and that would be it. But now there is evidence folder, court paperwork, mediation preparation, and honestly, it feels weird seeing it get this serious. And sometimes I sit here wondering, am I actually doing the right thing taking this further? Or should I just walk away from it? Because let's be honest, most people probably would have. Most people would probably look at the stress, the time, uncertainty and just move on. But then I look back at the damage again. I look at what was visible beforehand and I keep asking myself the same question. If you were in my position, would you genuinely be happy with this? Would you honestly just accept it and move on? And maybe some people watching this think I am overreacting. Maybe some people think I've got no case at all. And honestly, maybe they're right. I genuinely don't know. But right now, I would rather prepare properly than regret not challenging this later.
And to be honest, there are probably people watching this right now with far more legal knowledge than me, maybe solicitors or even barristers, and maybe people who have dealt with cases like this before, or even people who understand auction laws properly. So if you genuinely have any advice regarding this, please feel free to leave a comment or message me on Facebook or Instagram, because right now I'm just a normal guy trying to prepare for this case properly. And if you have been following this whole journey from the beginning, I genuinely appreciate that, because once all this case is finally behind me, we are getting back to full-on rebuild mode of what this channel was built for. Rebuilding cars, big projects, and there's loads I have planned and hopefully bigger things ahead. So if you want to be part of that journey, subscribe now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.